These two honorees who I'm going to speak about are a pair because they are intrinsically linked. Officer Michelle Soto Rodriguez is a former Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals recipient who came to the U.S. from Mexico with her family when she was 8 years old. That family quickly became part of the community and their new home, which is Blue Island, Illinois. Yeah, you like it? You know it? After training and passing all the tests, she fulfilled a long-time dream and took the oath to protect and serve that community as a police officer. But her journey to service was not completely smooth because her immigration status often stood in the way. She had to fight for the opportunity to become a member of Blue Island's police force. Her fight, which has inspired so many other dreamers to pursue their goals in the communities they love, and it continues on today. In May of this year, Officer Soto Rodriguez testified before the United States Senate Judiciary Committee on the many ways dreamers are enriching their communities. Yeah, we can clap for that. Officer Soto Rodriguez also would not be on the force today if it were not for the work and dedication of Blue Island's Police Chief Geoffery Farr. Chief Farr has been with the police department for 26 years. As a member of the Law Enforcement Immigrant Task Force, he has been actively involved in legislative advocacy around allowing DACA recipients to become police officers. He testified before the Illinois State House, stressing how a bill, if a bill were later passed, would address officer shortages and would diversify the police force. That bill took effect this year. You can clap for that too. And Officer Soto Rodriguez was Chief Farr's first DACA recipient hire. Even as they protect and serve their community every day, they also continue to help open doors for other DACA recipients, pursuing their dreams and serving their own communities. It is my honor to present the Keepers of the American Dream Award to Officer Michelle Soto Rodriguez and Chief Geoffery Farr. I am going to invite them both to give a few words, and then we will give the actual award. Over to you all.
Hello, everyone. I did not, Chief, stop. I did not write anything because I want this to come from my heart. It was a long journey, like she expressed in my story. I'm still a DACA recipient. I'm still scared. Not just for me, but for my family as well, because I have other siblings who are DACA recipients as well, my parents who are undocumented, and knowing that any moment things can change, and I have that support from the government, and not knowing that I'll be able to stay here and lose all my dreams. But I can tell you guys that I'm happy. These are tears of happiness, honestly, because it's an honor for me to be here, especially sharing this with my sister, who's a DACA recipient too, and with Chief Farr, who made this possible, not just for me, but for everybody else, for those who have a dream, for those who are still living in the limbo. So I just want to say thank you again, and I know this is not the end. We're going to continue to fight and get to the finish line, because we need that. We need that for everybody, for all of us who are fighting hard, going to school, getting a career. So we need that. So let's keep going with the support and get to the finish line with me and the rest of the DACA people. And that's it. Thank you.
I'm old now, so. Good evening. Thank you all for coming tonight.
We love you, Chief.
I am the son of a first-generation immigrant. Damn you, Michelle. My father was 8 years old when he and his family arrived at Ellis Island. Unfortunately, that was in the early months of 1929. A few short months later, the stock market crash occurred, and with that brought many unimaginable stories of struggles. Those stories have been passed from one generation to the next, and there hasn't been one story passed that didn't accompany a story of perseverance. The last few years, the law enforcement profession nationwide has been experiencing recruitment deficiencies. Simply put, agencies cannot fill their ranks, and Blue Island was not immune. In 2022, Michelle was working security at the local high school and was well known and well respected by many of our own officers. Although she was interested in law enforcement, she did not meet our hiring standards. She had every other ideal attribute law enforcement agencies desire in their recruits, except that she wasn't born in the United States. I petitioned the hiring board to amend their standards, and truth be told, I had a lot of convincing to do. Police officers must have the courage to protect those who cannot protect themselves. And sometimes that means being the voice for those who are not being heard. Why? What the hell? Without question, Michelle was the inspiration behind the hiring amendment. Michelle was the first, but she's not the last. Currently, we have 5 more in training. Despite my impending retirement in May, I am certain Blue Island will remain the beacon of opportunity for anyone who dares to dream. I am beyond grateful for this recognition tonight. Thank you.